Good morning, everyone. Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I have got my coffee today. I'm wearing my East Coast lifestyle because my heart and my mind is back east with my family. Uh, they are going to be getting an amazing, I don't know if it's amazing, but they're good. They're getting a big rainstorm today. A lot of rain and winds, and I'm thinking about all of them and hoping that they stay safe. And hopefully the forecast is not as bad as it sounds. Okay, so yeah, they're getting a lot of rain today. My dad said some of the reports said up to 200 millimeters, like 200 millimeters. That's a lot of rain, you guys. So my heart is it scary there, Deanna? Oh my gosh. I'm thinking of you guys. I'm praying. Stay safe, stay inside. Oh my gosh. And hopefully this passes really, really quickly and there's no damage, nobody gets hurt. Scary stuff. The weather is just wreaking havoc everywhere, right? Whether you're in BC or you're on the East Coast, it's just my prayers are with everybody. It affects everyone, not just where you are living. We're experiencing things here with Stampin' Up as well, with the global shipping delays, and now with the floods that happened in BC. Some delays happening there, but I want to assure you that yesterday Stampin' Up issued a video for leaders, and today the news has released for all demonstrators to let you guys know that they are working on things. They are working on things very, very diligently to try and get things sorted out so that we can get our orders as quickly as possible. So just rest assured that they are working super hard to navigate all of the stuff we're going through. Good morning, everyone that's joining. I have a fun card to share with you today. I'm not sure if you saw in my post earlier this morning. I'm so excited that the Penguin Builder Punch and the Deer Builder Punch are both back in stock now. They are now able to be ordered, and many of you have been waiting for weeks for these punches to restock, and they are now in the warehouse ready for you. So grab yours if you have been waiting for that punch. Grab your punch, add the stamp set. Of course, you always need the stamp set to go with it. And I have a fun card I'm going to share with you today. I love punch art. If any of you have been watching me here on Facebook or over on my YouTube channel, you guys know how much I love punches. Punches are just such an easy thing that you just grab and go, right? You grab your cardstock, you grab your punch and punch away, and you can make a lot of different things. And I like to play with punch art so much. Like, what I mean by punch art is to take your punches and use them in a way that they weren't designed to be used, and to create different things, right? So I have a punch card that I want to share with you today that I actually learned this from a fellow demonstrator named Don Ochelski, and I took my spin on it and changed up a few things, and I got a fun card to share with you today. Good morning, Kathy. Thank you for joining me. All right, so here we go. We're going to flip the camera, and I'm going to show you a fun punch card. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to point you down at my work surface here. Bear with me. Okay, so how is everyone doing today? Despite the weather woes, I hope you guys are doing well. I want to bring in here first, before we start, I'm going to bring in the paper that I'm going to share with you today. This paper is to die for. I have a gorgeous scrapbook layout that my scrapbooking club will be doing tomorrow night. If you are anywhere across Canada and you want to join my scrapbook club, I invite you to join me. I send you all of the pieces to make your scrapbook layout. All you need to provide is your background paper. And this weekend, I was busy cutting cardstock and using this paper. Oh my gosh, this paper is so gorgeous. This is the Whimsy Wonder paper. Let me just grab here. I've got so many different pieces. I'm just going to show you some of the patterns because I'm sure you guys have seen this before. I've shared it on my Facebook Live several times. It has glimmer. Look at the shine on that. One side has glitz and shine. There is, look at that one. That's the one with the presents. You can fussy cut these presents out and use them individually. You can use a whole strip. Hi, Camilla. Thanks for joining me. Good to see you here. Look at this one with all the different ornaments. And again, you can see that pearlescent shine. It's just so beautiful. And the flip side has beautiful patterns as well. This is our Misty Moonlight with the trees. And we have, what else do we have? We have this one here with the holly and the polished pink pattern. And that's the beautiful wash background. I love it. Okay, what else? Let's see. The snowflakes. Look at this one with the blushing bride background and those silver snowflakes. If you don't have this paper yet, you guys, you should grab it for sure because it is in the mini catalog. And as you guys know, DSP typically designer series paper does not carry over. So you're going to want to grab some of this. Even if you already have some, you may want to grab more. Don't have any regrets, right? All right, so it is called Whimsy and Wonder 12 by 12 paper. You can tell that I have chopped into this package, but I want to show you the patterns. Look at the trees with the glimmer. Oh my heavens, it is gorgeous. And the background has this beautiful mint macaron wash. Yes, Heidi, I know you love this paper, and I'm sure you've stocked up on this because I've seen you join me here several times and mention how much you love this paper. There is the silver diagonal stripes. Look at that. It looks like different colors in the light. For your favorite paper of all time. Yes. Yes, I have to agree, Heidi. This is one of my favorite Christmas papers of all time as well. Okay, so I think I've shown you all of the patterns. I have gone through my scrapbook club and my card club that meets every month. Between the both of them, I have gone through, I think, 4 packages of this designer series paper, and I'm still not done. I still have projects I want to do personally, so I will be ordering more of this paper today. Okay, so we're going to use this paper today. We are going to play with the punch. The Penguin Builder punch is back, you guys. It is back in stock in the warehouse. We have been waiting for this one to come back. And the stamp set has always been there, but the punch is now available to order. So excited that this punch is available. This is the stamp set Penguin Place. When you purchase both, you get them for 10% off, right? You get the bundle 10% off. But I'm going to share with you a fun card using the penguin, not as a penguin, not quite as a penguin today. So the penguin punch looks like this from behind here. So you've got your body of your penguin, you've got the accent to make his penguin body, you've even got the little feet to punch. So you can do a couple of things. You can stamp your penguin with basic black, Memento black ink and punch him out, right, using the punch. And you can add your feet and you can punch out your little feet. You can do them individually here, stamp them and punch them out, or you can just punch them out of cardstock. Hi, Mary. Thank you for joining me. You can make it a birthday card. You can make it a birthday layout, scrapbook layout. He can be fishing with his little fishing pole, or you can use this as a string to the balloon. Fun stuff. And it is photopolymer, so that's our clear stamps, so you can actually see exactly where you're stamping. So you can stamp the little antlers on his head, you can put the toque on his head, the scarf around his neck. Oh my gosh, so adorable. All right, so let's play with this. We are going to make a card today using mint macaron as our background, and it's a fun, you're probably thinking that's not a card base, but we're going to make it a card base. So this actually is mint macaron, and it measures 5.5 by 5.5, so it's a square, and we're going to score it at 1.25 here, so that makes the side flap. And this is a fun design that allows you to show off both sides of your designer series paper, because when you have designer series paper that's gorgeous on both sides, sometimes it's really hard to decide what to put where. So I'm going to add a piece of 1 inch by 5.25 inch designer series paper to the left flap here. I'm going to go ahead and add that first. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm sorry, I'm lying. So we have this strip, which measures 1 by 5.25. I also have a piece of designer series paper. It's this one with the misty moonlight background with the trees. On the flip side has these gorgeous ornaments. So I don't want to cover up either of these. They're both beautiful. So this measures 4 inches by 5.25, which is a normal card front, right? So I'm going to bring this in. I'm going to have the misty moonlight as the background on the front of my card. And then when the recipient opens it, this is going to be the inside. So I'm going to attach that right here on the front of the card, but I'm only attaching it to the side panel. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring my glue in. I'm going to add a strip of glue, a string of glue on this edge right here. And I'm going to line this up so that it's square, so that I've got about 1/4 of an inch of that mint macaron coming around the sides. I'm just going to secure that down. Then I'm going to add glue to my 1-inch strip. I'm going to layer that over top. This is going to be my accent for the side, right, like this. And I'm sure you can think of your stash. How many 1-inch strips do you have sitting around in your stash, right? I know I have lots. So this is a great way to use up strips as well. So here's the front of my card. It's a designer series paper card front, and then the inside will look like this. Isn't that fun? Open it up, and then you're actually going to be able to enjoy both sides of this designer series paper. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside, and let me just bring in my bone folder and reinforce my score line so it sits nice and crisp. I have used my layering circle dies, and I've cut a layer that is polished pink. Isn't that fun color? Non-traditional colors for Christmas in this paper, but everybody is in love with this DSP. Despite the non-traditional colors, it's fun to bring in a pop of color for Christmas, right? So this is going to be the background. Then I have a piece of mint macaron that's going to layer right on top of here. We're going to do some stamping on that. Okay, so we'll leave that off to the side for a second. We're going to bring in some scrap paper and my punch. So I'm going to play with the penguin punch. Love, love, love. This punch is just amazing. We are going to punch the penguin body. So I've just got a scrap piece of white. I'm going to slide this in from the top. Now, if you're new to Stampin' Up! And new to my Facebook page here, thank you for joining me. I want to share something with you. This is how the punches are flat. So this is a perfect design. You can stack them on top of one another. You can still see what the image looks like. You can stack them this way on a shelf, and you can still see what this looks like. It's a fantastic design, and it has this little button on the back, and you just use your thumbs to open it. Okay, so this is the open position. When it's open, now you can take your cardstock and push this, just slide it into the punch. And I'm only going to punch out this side, so I don't need to have a big piece. I'm just using little scraps, so I just need my snowman. Yes, I'm making a snowman, not a penguin. I'm going to make a snowman today. So I'm going to bring in my silicone mat. I've got my snowman body. Okay, so I'm going to lay that down here. And now I'm going to bring in some scrap black, basic black cardstock. And I'm going to just grab a piece from your scrap bin. And you want the straight edge here to go into the punch. We're going to slide this in. And I just want this part over here. Can you see that? This totally looks like a hat, right? If you just pull it into the punch and stop right there, you're going to have that nice straight edge of your punch for your hat. So pop that out, and then we'll see what we get here. So we got this piece, which also could be a hat. We'll just put that off to the side. But this is the one that I'm going to use for my snowman hat. Look at that. Isn't that cute? So you can use the punch for so many different things. We're going to make a hat today. We also have, from the stamp set, we have all kinds of little tiny pieces down here. So these are eyes. These are meant to be eyes. We've got a bow tie. There's a star, a little red nose. You could do this for you could make them have a little red reindeer nose. I'm going to use these little dots here. Now they're spaced apart for the eyes like this. They're perfectly spaced. And you guys are probably thinking, oh yeah, she's going to cut that. No, I'm not going to do stamp surgery because I do want them to be perfectly spaced for when I stamp this image. See, they're perfectly aligned. So I'm going to leave them, excuse me, I'm going to leave them intact, but I'm just going to grab a baby wipe here and clean this up for a second. What you can do is I've got this on my block, and I'm going to bring in my black memento, and it's pretty easy to just ink up one of the dots if you only want to use one. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit here so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to stamp my dots in my memento. So I'm just going to do one at a time. So I'm going to ink up one eye. I'm going to stamp it right here. And then I'll do the other one. I'm going to keep my baby white close by so that I don't accidentally ink up the other dot. So I'm going to do one right here. So there's my two eyes. And then I'm going to come down here on his belly and I'm going to do, snowmen have usually coal buttons, right? I'm going to do 3 on his belly. And this is the beauty of photopolymer. You can see exactly where you're stamping. So there's my little snowman eyes and his belly. And so we need a nose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, you can stamp one of these, but it really looks like a penguin nose. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to grab a piece of pumpkin pie cardstock from my stash. Okay, so I've got a piece of pumpkin pie. I'm going to grab my snips. Okay, so I'm just going to grab my snips and I'm just going to cut a little triangle. No big deal, right? Cut yourself a little tiny sliver like that. And we're going to add that. That's going to be his little pumpkin nose. But not pumpkin. It's pumpkin pie cardstock, but it's going to be a carrot nose. Now this one's a little bit long. I'm just going to trim it a little bit shorter because, you know, we don't want to give him a nose that's too big. So I'm going to bring in my multi-purpose glue and just add a little teeny tiny dot right there. My take your pick tool is my best friend. It will help me to put this little piece in place. Let's trim it a little bit smaller. There we go. It's getting stuck on my hand. Okay, so the take your pick tool is your amazing, amazing tool with the putty on the end that allows you to pick up all of these little bits and you can put them into place. And you can take this and you can flip over your little image, and we're just going to go ahead and put that little pumpkin nose, pumpkin pie, carrot nose in place. There we go. Okay, now we're going to put the hat on his head. So we're just going to add a little bit of glue up here. And I'm just going to lay the hat down like that. Oh, he's so cute. So we can make this a masculine snowman, or we can make it a feminine one. I want to make it a feminine one today. So I'm going to put a little gold leaf in her hat. So we have these gold holly leaves, and these are absolutely beautiful, you guys. You get a whole package here. You get 15 of the large and 15 of the small, and I'm going to use one of the little small ones here. So you can see the take your pick tool. I can lift that out. I'm going to put that on her hat with a little bit of multi-purpose glue. So I'll put my glue and I'm just going to lay that holly on her hat. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Okay, we can't be complete without rhinestones. Let me grab some red rhinestones and we'll really bling up her hat. All right, so red rhinestones, you guys, are definitely something you want to have in your collection. In this package, you get 220. You will never want for red rhinestones for a very long time. Well, that's a lot of rhinestones, 220. So I'm going to add some rhinestones to her little holly. I'll add 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So you can just shimmy them around and make sure they're in position the way you want them. There we go. We've got our holly hat on. And let's see. We've also got in the stamp set, there's a scarf, right? So you can stamp the scarf and you can cut it out. I have gone ahead and done just that on our polished pink designer series paper. I've stamped the scarf with polished pink. You can stamp it off if you want to get a lighter image. I just did it on the DSP just to kind of see what it would look like. You can totally do this with clear embossing powder and heat it up. That would be a good idea. Then the pattern of the designer series paper would come through. So I didn't get my heat gun out today, but I think I want to try that. So just do clear embossing powder on a pattern and you'll have the shine from the embossing powder and you'll get that pattern to come through. All right, so I've got my little scarf. Let's put this on her and make her look very feminine. I'm just adding a little bit of glue and I'm just going to come across here and add her little scarf just like that. Okay, so we've got eyes, we've got a nose, but if you want to do something for the mouth, you can just bring in, maybe you have a Sharpie and you can just add, you know, give her a little smile. Just tap, tap, tap some little dots. And you can even make her eyes a little darker if you wanted to. And there we have it. We have our cute little feminine snow lady, and she's ready to go on my card. Okay, so let's just move this off to the side. Let's come back to our card base. So we've got our polished pink circle, and my mint macaron circle is here. Where did it go? Okay, it's here. Mint macaron circle. All right, it has fallen down somewhere. You guys know me. On Facebook Live, here we go. Okay, no fretting. We're going to just cut another one here. I've got my circle dies and my mint macaron cardstock. And you know what's going to happen, right? As soon as I hit stop on this video, I'm going to find that circle, but no sweat. Here we go. See how quickly I've cut another one. Thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, she's so cute. Okay, so we're going to layer this on here. Oop. Real life crafting. Hi, thank you for joining me. It's under the stamp case. No, oh, it is too. Who said that? Beverly. It was stuck to the bottom of my stamp case. Thank you, Beverly. Oh, heavens. Real life crafting right here. Stamping with Rose. But I've got an extra now, so I will be able to make another card because this card is going to be definitely one that I want to reproduce. Okay, so this is going to sit like this. Okay, and there's a bunch of stuff you can do with this. I was thinking you could stamp something on the background. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just position this where I'm going to want her to sit. So she's going to sit right here on my focal point. And I'm going to bring in my stamp from the stamp set. You can do, there's a lot of things you can do with this, right? You can, of course, you can do be cool, be chill, be merry, but that's pretty wide to fit on this circle. You could stack them. Let's take a look and see. I have not chopped that one, but you can cut it and stack those words. I'm going to use Season's Greetings and just keep it simple today. So I've got my Season's Greetings and my Memento black ink here. And I'm going to stamp that right to the left because I'm going to be putting her right here on the right hand side. There is a tree image. Let's see if we can grab that tree image from here. And I don't have all my stamps off of this plastic sheet. Let me share a tip with you. I like to pull these off and actually lay them down on the inside of my stamp set, and then I can get rid of that plastic sheet. Well, I'm not going to get rid of it because what I actually do is I hold on to this. This is thick like window sheet, you guys. You can hold on to it and you can use it on, like a shaker card or something. So I've got my little tree stamp and I'm going to grab my mint macaron. We're going to do a little tone on tone stamping in the background because, we don't want to leave her there just standing in midair, right? We're going to add a little bit of depth to this background. So I'm going to stamp a tree here and another one here and another one up top, and we'll see how that looks. Yeah, that looks good. It's giving it a little bit of depth. And you can also sponge some extra color if you wanted to. I'm just going to leave it like that. I really want her to be the focal point here. So we're going to add our glue to the back of this mint macaron circle. Going to layer that onto the polished pink like that. And then we're going to put her on dimensionals. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. I think I'll have to make a masculine version to go with her. Give him a blue scarf maybe. We'll see. I love punch art. Punch art is so much fun, and you can use up those scrap pieces of cardstock and you don't waste anything, right? So let's put her off to the side so we can see some of those trees. And then she's going to sit right on the front of my card, just like that. And because I've got this on dimensionals and we've got rhinestones, we've got a lot going on here. We've got one, two, three, four, five, 6 layers. We're going to just glue this down with multi-purpose glue. I do want it to be able to fit through that slot at the post office and not have to pay any extra postage. So this is a little tip for me that I want to share with you is to Watch how many dimensionals you're using. If you're handing this to a family member for a Christmas gift, then by all means, pop it up as much as you want. So there we have our fun card, easy peasy. A great way to use your DSP and to feature both sides, and some beautiful punch art. So this is a happy day, a super happy day that the Penguin Builder Punch is back in stock. Go grab yours today from my online store. And when you use this host code, if you spend $50 or more in my online store with this code, I've got an extra surprise for you today. I'm going to share something with you. I have some extra of this designer series paper that was available during our previous celebration. I'm going to send you 6 sheets of 6x6 cardstock or designer series paper so that you can continue to use your punch and to enjoy this beautiful paper. So you're going to get this from me in the mail when you choose me as your demonstrator and you use this host code and you spend $50 today. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Renee. I'm going to just flip you around. Bear with me here. Just tilt my camera. There we go. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me for my fun female card, female snowman card, Mrs. Snowman, I guess you'd call her. I hope you guys are inspired to pull out your stamps, ink, and paper. If you don't have the Penguin Punch and the Penguin Place stamp set, this is your chance to get it before it sells out again, because I don't know how many they have in stock, but you want to definitely have this one in your collection. Thanks, Colleen. It's good to see you. I may have missed some of your comments when I was stamping down below here, but I will go back and I will definitely read them. I appreciate all the love you give me, the likes, the shares, the thumbs up, your comments. I appreciate you all so much. Take care, everybody, and don't forget about that starter kit, because this is an awesome punch to put in your starter kit today. You get to choose $165 of whatever you want, and you're only going to pay $100 in Canada. No shipping, no GST, no tax, and you will get to enjoy a discount on your stamping supplies. You don't need to start a business. You can be a hobby demonstrator. Take care, everybody. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you again tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Bye-bye.